Today I am gonna do my TBR for STABATHON, which is a week-long readathon in October, from October 4th through the 10th. So I'm gonna do my TBR for that, but I'm also going to add in some other books that I want to read for the rest of October. So STABATHON is a readathon hosted by Cami from Burrows and Books, Naomi from Naomi's Library, and Savannah from Riveting Reads. So all their stuff will be linked down below, the announcement video, all of that. It's really cute the way they've set it up. There's a bingo board, so there's all different spaces. It's a readathon that combines horror movies with reading. So two of my all-time favorite things. But when I saw it, I was like, I have to participate. So I have picked some pretty good books. The prompts are really good. I have lived in El Paso, Texas, so the desert, for the last 7 years, and just recently moved back to the Midwest this year. So I am in full swing of fall. The weather's changing. I just haven't really had a fall in a long time, so I'm super excited. So all of these books are kind of like spooky, autumn vibes, thriller, horror, all of that. First, I just wanted to show you what I'm currently reading, because I might still be reading this in October. I'm reading A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness, and these are the vibes, you guys. These are the vibes. This is about a witch and a vampire. They're in Oxford, so it's like very academic. I don't know how, like, I was talking about it and I was like, I feel like it's a grown-up version of Twilight, and I don't just say that because there's a vampire in it, but there's still that like angsty romance and like we shouldn't be together. They're professors. There's also demons in this, so there's like the three creatures, witches, vampires, demons, and they don't really mix. So then Matthew Claremont, who's a vampire, and Diana Bishop, who's a witch, kind of become unlikely friends. And they kind of have to like solve this mystery together, and people are after them because they're mixed creatures and you're not supposed to do that. So that's what I'm reading right now. I'm hoping to finish it this weekend, but it's kind of dense. So it's over 500 pages. I'm 154 pages in, but I'm really liking it so far. I've watched the show that's on Shudder, the first season, and I liked it. It's like a little bit cheesy, but it's just kind of fun. Also, what's crazy is I started this on September 21st, and this was a quote in chapter 2. It was the 21st day of September, which is the first day of fall. I was like, this was meant to be. So I'm reading this right now, really enjoying it. Just wanted to talk about it. So for the actual STABATHON TBR, the first, I'm looking over here because I have my list. I can't remember everything. So the first prompt is Chucky, Child's Play, read a book involving children and or dolls. So for that, I chose The Halloween Tree by Bradbury. This is kind of a kid novel. I've never read this. Andrew had bought this a while ago and I've seen it on the shelf. I really like the cover, and I plan on reading this for go away! Andrew's being annoying. So this is what I plan on reading for the Chucky prompt. It looks pretty cute. There's cute illustrations, which is always a plus. I like having short books for readathons. I thought this could be an easy get it done in one day, which will be nice. So that is my plan for Chucky. Go away!
You can't just take over the whole room.
Don't come back till I tell you. Okay, so next the prompt is Halloween, read a book with black or orange on the cover. So for that, I am reading The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady, Hendrix. I feel like I always have to look at the title when I say that because it's just so many words. So I'm really excited about this. If you watched my haul that I put up earlier, I hauled these, actually a couple of these. So this is about a book club of like middle-aged ladies in the South, and they have a book club, and then some weird stuff starts happening in the town. I think there's like a mysterious man comes and they think that he's maybe a vampire. So this sounds really fun. I've never read a Grady Hendrix novel before, So I've heard really good things about this, thought this was maybe a good place to start. So I'm very excited to dive into this for the Halloween prompt. Next is Friday the 13th, read a book set in the summer. And for that, I am going to read The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. So this takes place in a summer camp, and I think it's two timelines. One is in the past, like a group of girlfriends is at camp and one of them disappears. And so I think one is that timeline, and then the other timeline is present day. And one of them goes back to the camp to be a counselor, I think. So I've heard really good things about this too. I've also never read Riley Sager, pretty popular like thriller author. So I'm really excited to read this one. And I kind of talked about this in my haul too. So I've heard good things, and I thought this would be the perfect prompt for set in the summer, as it's at a summer camp. So if you've read Riley Sager, let me know. I've heard like mixed things. I've heard Final Girls is really good, so I plan on reading that if I like this one. But let me know if this is a good place to start or if I should read another one. The next prompt is Carrie, read a book with supernatural vibes. So for that, I'm going to be reading When the Reckoning Comes by LaTanya McQueen. So I heard about this from Mina from Book Skywalker. I mentioned her in my haul too. She has really good thriller and horror recommendations. So she put out a video that talked about this, and it sounds really good. It definitely sounds like there's some supernatural stuff. I know this is set in the South. A girl goes back for a friend's wedding. It's set on a plantation. Like the wedding is on a plantation, which is kind of ick. But she like wants to support her friend. And then I think some crazy things start happening. It says the darkest elements of the plantation's past, that slaves were tortured mercilessly, have been carefully erased. So I think that strange things start happening. Mina had said this was really good, really pretty scary. So I'm really excited to read this, and I also think this is like the coolest cover ever. I love this like old school vibe. Thought this was good for a readathon too, because it's like kind of short, because I do work during this readathon, but I'm hoping I might start the readathon early, because are there any rules in life? Not really. So I might start early so that I can get through a lot of these, because I'm being ambitious, guys. The next one is Psycho, read a slasher. So for that, I don't know if this is a slasher, but we're gonna make it work. There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. Also talked about this in my haul because this is gonna be a Netflix movie produced by James Wan, one of my favorite horror directors. I think this is young adult. There's someone inside the house. If you watch my haul, you know I'm not great at explaining books, and I like to just go in. We just like to free flow, we just like to vibe. But I am really excited to read this, so I thought it would be fun to read this and then like immediately watch the movie sometime this week, or whenever, I don't even know when it comes out, sometime in October. So I'm hoping to read this first and then watch the movie, which I am so excited about. And then the last prompt is Get Out, read a book by a BIPOC author. So for that, I am reading Moon of the Crusted Snow by Waubgeshig Rice. I think that's how you say it. I YouTubed how to say his name. This is a Native American author. Here's the cool back flap has the picture. So this is set in Northern Ontario. So it's like a reservation, I believe. And then there's a virus. Too soon maybe to read this, but here we are. So like a virus happens, this community is kind of protected because they're just on like in their own little community. It says the harsh winter months pass slowly and the food supply dwindles as the death toll and panic rise. But the greatest threat to their survival of the reserve might come from within the community itself. So I'm super intrigued by this and really excited to read from this author. And I haven't seen a ton about this. I found this, I can't remember what channel, but I'll link them below. They had like a really good video of horror books written by BIPOC authors, and this just really caught my attention. So I'm really excited about this. So that's all for the Stabathon prompts, but I have a couple other books that I really want to get to in October, just keeping up with the Halloween vibes. So the first is And the Trees Crept In by Kurtagich. This is a horror novel. The forest is haunted, maybe. The trees are creeping in. There's like a weird boy that this girl and her sister see in the woods. They move to their aunt's house, and I think just some creepy things start happening. So I'm really excited to read this. This is the one I hauled this to, and the formatting is kind of interesting, which is one of my favorite things in books. It looks kind of long, but I don't think it would take long because honestly, a lot of the pages have interesting formats. So I think this could maybe be a quick read, especially if it's really gripping. So I really hope to get to that. And then I hope to get to DeathNote. This is the black edition. So this is volumes 1 and 2 in this one. So this is a manga about a demon. He leaves like his death note, which I think if you write a name on the death note, that person dies. So I started this a while ago, like before I moved. Here's my little bookmark. So I only made it that far. I really liked it. It just, life got in the way. So I really hope to read this. The art's pretty fun in it. So I hope to get to this. And then I hope to get to the graphic novel Monstress. So my friend Stephanie was clearing out a lot of her books and she thought I might be interested in this. So she sent me this. So that was super nice. And I don't really know anything about this, but I've been super into graphic novels recently. So I think this kind of, again, has like the spooky vibes. This is just volume 1. I think there's 5 volumes out, or like the 5th or 6th maybe just came out. I don't really know. So I know this is kind of like supernatural as well. So I just thought it would fit in well. Also, I think if like the readathon, if I've gotten through like one of the prompts, I could easily maybe do this or DeathNote. I think they could fit one of the prompts. So these are kind of like backups, but also could just be a fun one sitting when I have some time off to just read these. So that is my TBR and October hopefuls for Stabathon and just the month of October. So let me know if you're participating in Stabathon. Like I said, I'll link all the information below. It's gonna be super fun. I know that they're gonna be hosting some reading sprints. I think there's a scary movie party planned. I think the movie is Scream, which is an all-time fave, iconic, classic. So let me know if you've read any of these, any other horror book recommendations you have, scary movie book recommendations. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye.